I never thought I would see a man so deranged, so deluded, that he has to tell his community that he doesn't understand what's happening. But what am I talking about? Well, it's all about what he put in his Discord community as a post or a message. And I'm like, God, what the actual fuck? I like the fact that he's getting stressed out because he knows what's happened. He knows all the stuff that's been going down. Getting channels terminated, blackmailing, being a pervert, and much, much more. I don't think that this is ever going to stop because of what you're doing, Jeremy, and what you're saying. This isn't going to stop till either you own up and change your ways, which we all know is never going to happen. Case point, his drinking. This isn't a hate mob going after you, Jeremy, as we know that you're just pure evil in all of this. I don't think this is going to pass at all, and I think this is going to keep going. The reason why other people are doing this is spreading awareness and such. Most channels are reporting on you for all of this. You are such a horrible big worm that wants to be like the big boys and never get any hate. Yet you don't care about your family, you don't care about your wife, you don't care about your friends, and you certainly don't care about your grift. If this was just a hate mob, then it would have been happening a long time ago, and also always happening for all the times you've been on the internet. I'm thinking that he's trying to use political terms here to try and get people to think that he's done nothing wrong, and yet he's out here just doing insane shit. When on Twitter and seeing more stuff about him, I saw an image of a blog from Lauren Southern. Now, I don't know who she is, and I was going through this article, which I'll link in the description, so you can obviously give it a read yourself. So when I was reading this, I was just shocked on what had happened to Lauren. I knew that Jeremy was a horrible person. I knew that he did evil stuff, but reading that he lies and doesn't give a shit about the story or other people it just angered me. It really did, because now he's not a news person. He will always lie. He doesn't do any research at all. It's just absolutely shocking, to be fair. It's just shocking that he's a cunt. So the article starts off here. Now, the article does go into a lot of stuff, but I want to focus on the quartering stuff. With something this big, then you think that you would reach out and get the information, as this is a huge story. All the stuff with Andrew Tate needs to be looked at and talked about. He's a piece of shit. One of the worst people on this planet. If you think she's lying, then where is the evidence for it? Where are the articles, the court information, or police reports? Where is your investigation that you want to put out there? But wait, Jeremy is a lazy sack of shit that doesn't care, and we'll see that in a bit. She also states here that Jeremy knows her, so why aren't you talking to her? You have a direct line. You could use Twitter, which you're addicted to, Instagram, Discord, hell, even a text message if you needed to. Jeremy always throws his friends under the bus. He's thrown Lauren so far under the bus that the other bus behind her would have got hit. The fact that you didn't side with your friend by doing this research is absolutely vile. And he complains that his friends backstab him or hurt him or don't look into it. It's absolutely fucking shockingly vile. Do you remember Bearing and how Jeremy was so angry at him for what he said, yet didn't watch the video, saying that, his friend backstabbed him, etc., etc. But, Jeremy's allowed to do it. No one else. Like, you can't attack Jeremy, you can't backstab him. He's allowed to do it to you, though. You can't take on the mighty cook and talk about what's happening. Nah. You're not allowed. Jeremy wants to be up Andrew Tate's arsehole more than ever. He wants to wear him. It doesn't surprise me that Jeremy doesn't get things right. He would read the instructions wrong on how to make a ham sandwich. Reading the whole thing on where Jeremy leans on Tommy Robinson proves to me that he is a nasty, horrible cook who just wants the audience, and you can see where he's going down the garden path. Every day, more and more things come out about Jeremy, and I'm sat here researching going, what the fuck is this? I'm pretty sure that something so bad comes out, and I'll be shocked for a moment and then be like, nah, this is what Jeremy's liking, really. Also, seeing that Lauren debunked what Tommy said, then it doesn't surprise me that he would do what Jeremy would do and just put his head in the sand and hope that all of this blows over, so no one will bring it up ever again. But Jeremy knows that if he puts out these stories, then he's going to get the clicks. He's going to get that watch time. That's generally all that he wants. I bet that if he made a video saying something like the fall of the UK, and then when you watch the video, all he's doing is talking about Trump and how much he loves the ballroom and says nothing about the UK. I love that all this information is coming out and people are picking him apart every single day. But the fact that he had an AI generated picture of Andrew Tate knocking up Lauren is absolutely fucking horrible. It's absolutely disgusting. But then saying like, she got debunked, it's just alarming, like really is alarming. I generally still think that he hates women, yet I know that he's married, but you can still hate women even if you're married. But yet I just generally don't think he would admit it. Lauren also says that she addressed all of this for free publicly, and yet Jeremy couldn't spend the time to go over and check out all the information. Or if he didn't know about it, then he could have just asked her for the links or spent time prepping for this. What makes me really angry in all of this is he would rather take the word of people who have hurt women, who have done a lot of evil shit, over his friend who went through the horrible shit. This man isn't a Christian. He's LARPing as one, and it's just pure evil. This is now a pattern that we're seeing when it comes to things. Seeing that he complains when someone doesn't take his offer. $200 a week isn't great. When you're making more than that on all your other channels, also your coffee company at the time, I generally think that it was a spit in the face. And yet when he's told no, he goes into this, they're attacking me, or they don't respect me. This garbage man is just horrible. The reason why I say he hates women is that when they reject him in any sort of way, his nice guy mask slips and he's like, bitch, I fucking hate you. He did it with Brittany, Sydney, and now Lauren. He's like the guy that spends time trying to chat someone up in a bar, and when they say no and move away, he'll call them a bitch and then a lesbian, goes to his mates and say, man, she's fucking ugly. Why did I even bother? Yikes. When I read the next part, I wish she had gone and sat next to him on the stream and gotten to speak about all of this. Like, I genuinely wish that happened. It would have made for absolute cinema, but it gets much better at the end. Oh, in a little bit, it gets so much better. Future Mark here, and I kind of really wanted to read out what Lauren had written about Jeremy, and this is going to be it. I'm going to probably talk about it after this segment anyway. But she writes, I grabbed a chair from a nearby high top, dragged it across the floor, and slid directly across from Jeremy with a grin. Well, look who it is. Jeremy looked like he'd just seen a ghost. He physically tried looking away from me. So, I said, still smiling, why'd you make that video about me? What video? You know, the one where you AI edited me pregnant with Andrew Tate's child. Oh, he shrugged awkwardly. That's just business. You get it. No, not really. I actually don't. Why did you lie and tell your audience I never went to the hospital or the police? Well, he stammered, I don't really know the case that well. It's incomplete. I blinked at him. Then, why did you make the video about it? The table had gone almost completely silent at this point. I did go to the police. I did go to the hospital. And I'm literally testifying in multiple cases. Oh, really? He muttered. I didn't know that. Well, it wasn't really about that anyways. I heard you were talking shit about me in some group chat. I actually laughed. Wait, you made a video lying about a human trafficking case, called me a whore, and edited me pregnant because you heard I said something mean about you in a group chat? Yeah, he said defensively. I don't like being betrayed. Show me the message. At this point, the entire table was frozen in awkward silence when I leaned forward, pressing him for answers. Jeremy sat fumbling with his phone while his co-host, Melanie Mack, stared at him from the side with the expression of someone watching a slow-motion car accident. He scrolled for what felt like several full minutes before finally sighing. I don't know, I can't find it. Anyways, when the case is done, I'll make an apology video, okay? Yeah, sure, buddy, I said. Well, see if that ever happens. No, I will, he insisted. I mean it. I didn't believe him then, and I definitely didn't believe him now. As of last week, the case has already been pushed back another year due to police opening a new investigation involving additional evidence. That's how these things always go. The people who farmed the initial outrage never have to meaningfully correct themselves because there's always another excuse to delay accountability indefinitely. The clicks already happened. That's the only part that really mattered. I left the table and wandered back towards the hotel, feeling admittedly pretty smug about the interaction. There's something deeply satisfying about watching a man who confidently broadcast opinions to hundreds of thousands of people immediately collapse in an awkward mumbling the second he's confronted in real life. So yeah, that's what I wanted to put in, and now on with the rest of the video. This is something I would do, and I have done, and it's so satisfying when people like go, oh shit, what is going to happen? I love the fact that Jeremy turned into a ghost, and he can't get out of what is happening. He can't call her a bitch to her face or say that she's lying. You know, in this moment, his heart is beating so fast that it feels like he's running, which we all know he can't take more than 3 steps without having to take a 10-minute break. The fact that when she calls him out, he's like, oh, it's just business. Like, do you think that would hold up in court? I'm sorry, Your Honor, I lied so much, but you know how it is. It's business. He's such a fucking little worm that he can't apologize or take down the video, which that does surprise me when you know it's misinformation and you've been caught lying. Like, you think you would take down the video, but no, it's all about clips. Like, people are still going to watch it and comment, and he's just so fucking hungry for those clicks, those views, those comments. When he's asked why he made the video after he admitted it was incomplete, really frustrates me so much. If you don't have the full story, just don't make the video. It's simple. He wanted the money, as I said. He wanted to be on Tate's good side so that maybe he would get a thank you tweet from him. How can anyone that still supports him after all of this stuff comes to light? Like, how can anyone do this? He put out a video he didn't know anything about. He made it look like Lauren was out here lying, and yet he had the gall to say, whoops, I don't know the full story. You'll never guess why he did this and what made him lie. It's all because he heard someone say that she was talking shit about him. When asked to show the messages, he couldn't even find it. He spent, 10 minutes, 7 minutes trying to find these messages that weren't there. Like, he's fucking lying again. I generally think that if anyone says, oh, this person is calling me names or talking shit about me, then you would save it in a folder so that if that person ever came up to you, you could say, here you go, this is what you said. Like, it's not that fucking hard. But he bumbles his way through his phone and is like, this guy's fucking evil. How can Mel or any of his co-workers stay loyal with him? I bet Jeremy is blackmailing all of them, and he will continue to do that. And the others won't leave him because he's paying them whatever money that they want so they can just sit by his side. I think there has to be a point where you have to say no to the money. Like, just say no. They have a presence online. They can make their own money whatever shitty ways that they want to. But they won't because they like the lies, and that's what's getting them off. But even when they all escape and leave him, I guarantee that they will talk about stuff. They will say what he's like as a person, and no one will believe them. No one will, because they stayed with him all the way through, and now they want to be on the good side of the internet. I guarantee no one's going to believe them. It's actually fucking vile. Lauren mentions that he said that he would make an apology video, but we know that he won't do that. I checked when the video was made, and it was roughly about 9 months ago from the upload of this video, or the 16th of July 2025. And yet, since that time, you've had people believe what Jeremy is saying, but yet he could just take down the video now. He doesn't need to wait until all the information is out. He could just delete the video and make an apology, but he knows it doesn't look good for him, so he isn't going to stand on business. He claims that he hates it when his friends turn on him, yet he does the same thing for views and clicks. It's just a money thing for him. He does not give a shit. He's an absolute scumbag. This actually pisses me off so much that when reading how he would lie on someone and attack them because he heard that she may have talked shit on him, yet there is no evidence that he could provide, it just angers me. I generally think that Jeremy loves all of this because the internet is all about talking about this, and his name has been said more times than his wife has moaned it in bed with him. Anyway, I am gonna leave the video here as there is so much more to talk about. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know down below in the comments and let's discuss. And while you're down there, why not hit the like button and subscribe, as I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And with that, I'll end it here.